Come in.
Hey, how we doing?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. I would shake your hand, but with that pandemic going around, man, I'd hate to give you anything. Crazy times we got going on here.
So true, so true.
Tell you what it does, it makes business trivial around this time, man. You just appreciate what you got and family first. See, you got a family right here.
Yeah,
What is that?
wife and kids.
2 daughters?
Yep,
And you're an ECU graduate yourself?
I am.
Oh, that's insane because that's where I actually graduated in 2017.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. That's
nice. Nice. Go Pirates.
Yes, sir. I feel like I got a pretty good understanding of what's going on here and what your students like and what they don't like. Well, you know why I'm here, sir, right?
Right. Yeah.
I represent Powerade. I'm a junior sales associate for the last year and a half. I'm in charge of ECU's account, looking to hopefully get you guys involved with us. Are you familiar with Powerade as a brand?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, let's give you a little more background information. We were created in 1985. We were started out, we're a byproduct of the Coca-Cola company, so we have one of the largest distribution systems in the world. And as you know, Coca-Cola is one of the highest stocks you can buy right now. Our company's doing very well. So we're under that byproduct, and we can offer a lot of those perks and those abilities under Coca-Cola. We were actually created as a counterpart for Gatorade. Gatorade's been around for maybe 30, 40 years longer, but what we've basically done is we've undercut them, and we can offer what they have at a cheaper price, essentially. Before I go into this, do you have any questions for me just involving anything before we start?
Well, yeah, like you mentioned earlier, before we set up the meeting, you wanted to, talk to us about possibly getting Powerade here in the dining hall.
Right.
So, with Gatorade right now, obviously, you've done your homework on both companies. You work for Powerade.
Yes.
Now, could you, give me a little bit of information about how switching to Powerade would, make sense for us financially?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What we do is we can offer a Powerade at 80 cents to the dollar compared to Gatorade, so you'd be saving a significant amount of money. I've done my calculations, and I believe that'd be saving you roughly $125,000 a year. You guys are, I believe, you're servicing 5,300 students a day, and they're drinking close to 150 gallons of Powerade or Gatorade, excuse me. So
soon to be Powerade.
Yeah, soon to be Powerade. That's right. Yes, sir. Like your attitude. So yeah, I just think that would make a huge financial distance. It's 20 cents on basically each drink they're having. So, I mean, like you said, $125,000 a year, I think that goes a long ways. It makes a lot of financial sense to me. I'm aware that Gatorade is the bigger brand, but I think we have all the flavors, offer all the same things, and a lot of that same great taste for a lower value. I just want to start off with, excuse me, I got my sales sheet here. Is Gatorade the only sports drink that you guys offer right now?
Yeah, I think the rest of them are like, teas and
sodas and whatnot. Yeah, that's what we're trying to get away. We're trying to know that nutrition's a big thing. We're trying to really implement that. We want to get people drinking better and healthier drinks, and I think that Powerade would be a great option. How often does your sports drink run out?
I don't think it was like a super frequent problem, but we have had problems with like distribution. Sometimes it's not on schedule, and we have to stretch what we have.
Okay, yeah.
It's sometimes a problem.
Well, that's pretty common, but we have a bottling plant actually in right here in Pitt County, out in Kinston. So
I think I've driven by there.
Yes,
before.
sir. That's what I'm saying. That's what that's what we can offer you that they can't. I'm not going to say it's going to be on time every single time, but you'll get the best quality you could probably ever wish for. It's something that we really pride ourselves on. Now, are there any areas of improvement with your current supplier? Do you have anything you want to tout them on, or anything you have in particular that maybe they could improve on?
Big thing for us for sure is going to be price. That's going to be my number one thing.
Of course.
Big part of my job is making sure our bottom line is the best we can get it.
Right, exactly.
So that's basically our biggest problem. Gatorade, like you said, is a much larger corporation, and they know that, so they charge a little bit more.
Take advantage of it.
Yeah, so that's definitely our number one problem. I think I would say I would have with them right now.
Okay, well that's not really. It's basic capitalism there. They're doing what they think's right, but what I'm telling you is that we have the exact same product, if not better, for cheaper. So what we're going to do is we're going to not only have that, but we're going to have the absolute best customer service that we can possibly give to you. I will be in charge of your account, and you can reach me night or day. What about, do you ever run out of your sports drink? So you said no to that?
It was just sometimes kind of.
Just sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What we'll do is I'm not promising you that it will never happen to you, but I promise you that I will be on top of your account like night and day, watching like a hawk.
Well, that's a big thing for me too. Also, I'd like to have personal contact, someone who, if I have a problem, I get straight to you and not have to go through somebody's secretary. Something.
Right. Yeah, that's go through the red tape. That's exactly right. And you already said that your sports drink was a little more costly than you would be hoping for, right?
Yeah. Right now, we're definitely looking at making couple of cutbacks. The university is looking, save money anywhere they can.
Okay.
Distribute.
Well, then you're really gonna like this part because if you sign with Powerade, you're gonna get a percentage off of that of all Coca-Cola products, Sprite, Coke, you name it, Diet Coke. Some of the best sellers in the world become exclusively yours for I believe a 15% off rate. So that's obviously a huge factor. I know you guys are selling a lot of that too.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting point you bring up. A lot of our other sodas and stuff in the dining halls are from Coke.
Okay, that's perfect then. Who usually has to deal with these problems when there are a shortage of maybe the Powerade or just any kind of distribution mess up? Who usually is in charge of that?
Well, obviously we got a guy that does logistics and stuff like that.
Okay.
But me, I run the whole thing. So eventually it gets back up to me, and then I've got a boss, that I have to report to, and then eventually it becomes my problem. So
Right. Breathing
minimizing any of that would be a plus for me.
Breathing down your neck. Well, I've got you. I'm talking to the man then right here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to save you a little bit of stress and strife and get rid of that headache and let you enjoy the finer things, especially in times like these. God knows the last thing you need is more stress.
Very true. Very true.
Okay, so how many problems with your sports drink offered has affected your staff? Has there been anything down the line of chain or the line of command that's maybe hindered anything with you, or just anything about that?
Well, like I was saying, a big thing for me is getting in contact with someone.
Right.
Sometimes I have a little bit of a trouble
Right,
trying to
right.
get in contact with the guys at Gatorade.
Okay.
If they do, have a supply issue or something like that, it's a lot to get in contact with someone over there. So that's a big thing too. That would mean, that's something, that would mean, less stress for me. And that's also, it weighs up there with saving money too.
Right. Perfect. Excuse me, I'm just going through to make sure to hit on my sales checkpoints here.
Right.
Has a visitor ever left a bad review or left a bad image or word of mouth because of this shortage or any problems? Has it affected y'all's image maybe?
We have gotten some complaints, whenever there's not a certain flavor or something that we didn't get in a shipment. That definitely, doesn't look good for us. We don't like to have any of our students here, having a negative review of the dining hall experience we're trying to offer here.
Well, it makes complete sense. You're paying all this money to go to school. The last thing you want to do is be thirsty.
Very true.
I'm here to make sure that never happens. So what are you thinking so far? I think, like I said, price point wise, we've got that Gatorade beat. Nutritional wise, we have Powerade beat. I think we can do it for a hell of a lot cheaper and lot better customer service. So
I like the sound of that for sure.
Do you have maybe anything you're worried about this transition?
I do have one thing that I was had down here about the flavor options. Gatorade, they have a lot of flavors that people are very used to getting in the dining hall.
Of course, yes.
I'd like to make sure if you guys came in, you would be able to match those flavors or bring in some Powerade's better flavors.
Of course. Yeah, Gatorade's brand image is insane. They're synonymous with the NBA, NFL, you name it. So it's definitely a hard thing to take down. But what I will say about this is Gatorade has all these, probably 30, 40 flavors, and you probably drink, 5 of them? 35 of them are basically just flexing their power. That you don't even drink them, they taste like cucumber berry. I mean, what is that? So what I'm offering is we have about 12 essential flavors that everyone's drinking, all on the color wheel, raspberry, blueberry, you name it. They're the best sellers. And then we have alternatives like our no sugar Powerade that we've released, which is obviously a huge thing, especially for diabetics and that kind of thing. Right. So we have that, and I just thought, like I said, I would just like to think that we have what works instead of going out here and trying to do all these crazy flavors that nobody's even drinking. So I think that's where we can really, I don't know, bounce back from that maybe.
It's true. You said you went to ECU, so I'm assuming you have a good feel for what it's like to be a college student, and then also you probably a big fan of Powerade as well.
Yeah, I mean, me and you both know you don't just drink Powerade when you're playing sports. You have a long night at the bar, you might throw back a couple Powerades the day after and save you from that hangover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And when you're on a college budget, sometimes you don't have the money for the Gatorade. You have to cheap out and buy the Powerade.
That's pretty true.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
So, all right. Well, do you have any more questions or concerns for me?
I think I got everything down I need from you now.
Yeah, like I said,
Do you have any other, thoughts on, where the direction or anything, once we implement, like let's say a scenario where we implement Powerade in the dining hall, what does that leave me, financially in the next, let's say, year?
I believe we could save you, and this is just from our analytics department, close to $125,000 just this year because of the savings from the Coca-Cola, the Diet Coke, and the other branches of the Coca-Cola industry. We could save you up to $125,000 just this year. And like I said, we have those promotional discounts, and Coca-Cola is, like I said, one of the biggest companies in the world. So just want to be under that Coca-Cola branch. I mean, that umbrella is just insane. The kind of perks that come with it. We're with so many universities at the moment. North Carolina State, UNCW, Appalachian State's currently with us. We have the perfect model for you guys. It'd be a streamless transition, no learning curve, no nothing like that. Come in. When does your contract end with Gatorade?
Our contract's ending with Gatorade. I think it's somewhere around the end of this year, so end of 2020.
In 2020. Okay, that'd be perfect. We could set you guys up with, I'm thinking 4 or 5 pallets of our product by the beginning of the year, and you'd be on from there. So if we don't have any more questions or concerns, I think you can go ahead and just sign this document right here, and we can get this thing started.
I like what I'm hearing for sure. But let me run this by my team, and then I'll get back to you. Do you have like a business card or something that I can hold on to?
Actually, I do. Let me get it out of my pocket. I got so much junk in here. Here we are.
And this is your personal number, right?
Yes, sir. Like I said, night or day, you call me.
Okay, cool. Because I like obviously definitely love the savings that I'm going to be getting.
Right.
For sure, being able, the customer service is a big thing for me. So let me run this by a couple people. I got a boss too. I got to, make sure that I can't make these moves for the whole program by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, liked your presentation, so make sure I slide that in there that I liked what I saw, and I'm gonna get back to you as soon as possible.
Okay, man. I think that sounds terrific. So when would you be free for maybe another appointment or maybe a phone call in the next maybe next week?
Next week, let me check my schedule.
Okay, perfect.
Next week I can do a Wednesday.
Wednesday, what time?
I'm free from like 10 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Let's say 10 o'clock and go ahead and get it done early. I know you're a busy man.
All right, sounds good.
All right, well, we squared away?
Right, no shaking, remember that.
Oh, yeah. Good guy, man. Hey, take care of them kids, man. You'll be hearing from me.
All right, sounds good. Pleasure meeting you.